Warm welcome and a very good morning to each and everyone present. We are here today for the Global DeFi Investment Summit. And it's great to be here this morning despite the technicalities issues we are having because of the pandemic. So thank you for making this to us on this bright day. After many successful events, including the previous one last month in Dubai, we would like to thank the Gulf Excellence team in collaboration with Wakanda 4.0 for making this event a success and for having been able to put everybody together on this platform and create such amazing events. So good morning to you again. My name is Mahen and I'm going to be your host for today. I think Benito, if you would like to take over from here. Yeah. So I'm sure we'll have a nice event and enjoy the day. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. So I am Benito Elisa. I'm part of the Gulf Excellence team. So I would like to start my welcoming speech now. So Her Excellency Leila Rahal El Alfani, Her Excellency Ms. Resina Ahmed, High Commissioner of the People Republic of Bangladesh and Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in Mauritius, the Honorable Mahen Seeruttun, Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, Mr. Muzamil Amin, CEO of Gulf Excellence, distinguished guests, and our honored viewers. In the name of Gulf Excellence and Wakanda 4.0, I welcome you all to this very first global decentralized finance investment summit in Mauritius. Gulf Excellence is a world-leading event management and business training firm in the fintech, health, safety and environment, and petroleum and energy sectors, which make Gulf Excellence the perfect organizer for events like this in Mauritius. Wakanda 4.0 is a Mauritius-based company specialized in the development and business development of emerging technologies in Africa and the Middle East. So we are at our third event in Mauritius. So why we came forward to organize today's event is following the success at the last summit in Dubai, held last month with over 250 participants. We understood that there is a need for knowledge about blockchain and cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was launched in 2009 at $0.2 and reached an all-time high price of 69,000 USD last month. There has been exponential growth in the blockchain and crypto space. As of yesterday, the total market cap was USD 2.5 trillion. Again, I will repeat it again. Fintech is not only about payment, mobile payment, and digital banking. Blockchain is and will remain the most important underlying technology for the fintech industry. Before we dwell further into today's insightful event, we should also understand that Mauritius needs a proper and specific legal framework for the fintech industry to better position ourselves, our jurisdiction, as the fintech hub for the region. I know that there is the virtual asset bill, which is under parliamentary debate process, and I sincerely hope this will have a positive impact on the fintech landscape of Mauritius and Africa. Also, we need to give serious consideration to the FATF recommendation with regard to the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. We want a well-regulated environment where investors are protected and where every single transaction is recorded and logged on the blockchain. And this will help our jurisdiction to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Today marks only one such event. Gulf Excellence Gulf Excellence is planning to have a mega event in Dubai in collaboration with Her Excellency Leila Rahal El Atfani from the UAE in March 2022. It's named the Global Tech Innovation Summit. This event will also be under the patronage of the Office of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan. Very exciting news for a professional woman is that the first day of the event will be all about women in blockchain, and we are expecting to have around 500 blockchain tech lady enthusiasts. I am making an appeal to the women in tech in Mauritius and Africa to please join this huge conference in March 2022 in Dubai. In this respect, I would seize this opportunity to make an announcement. We are very grateful to our international and local sponsors for their huge support to make this event possible, despite this difficult COVID situation. To show our appreciation towards you, we have the pleasure to announce that we are going to add Eurobus as partners for the Global Tech Innovation Summit in Dubai. I hope you accept our gesture of appreciation.
Excellency, Mr. Rosina Ahmed, the High Commissioner of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, and also the Dean of the Market Corps, the Director of Gulf Excellence and Wakanda Mauritius 4.0, operators of the industry, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to you all. Thank you very much for your presence here this morning, and also my sincere appreciation to those who are following us virtually, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Edmansky, a social entrepreneur and author, referred to innovation as mixing a bit of the old with a bit of the new and adding a dash of surprise. And I must say, when I was looking at the agenda today and the topics which will be discussed, they all present these three characteristics. Ladies and gentlemen, during the past decades, establishing the Mauritius International Financial Center as a regional fintech hub has been high on the agenda of the government. In this respect, numerous initiatives are being implemented, and the country is leveraging on its excellent track record as a jurisdiction of substance and sound repute, and expects fintech to become a major segment within our financial services sector. During the 2017-2018 budget speech, the Prime Minister then stated that Mauritius must harness the benefits of the fintech revolution, the more so that there is good potential for making of Mauritius a fintech hub for Africa. Similarly, in the 2018-2019 budget speech, announced the intention to accelerate the country's move to an age of digitization. Innovation in the form of artificial intelligence and fintech, notably including blockchain, is being recognized as a means to increase private investment and employment in Mauritius. Ladies and gentlemen, in September 2018, the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank published the Bali FinTech Agenda, which intends to help member countries harness the economic advantages of fast-growing financial technology, while at the same time assisting in managing the inherent risk. Mrs. Christine Lagarde, the former managing director of the IMF, stated, and I quote, "There are an estimated 1.7 billion adults in the world without access to financial services, end of quote. And fintech could play an important role in bringing financial services to people around the world. The Bali Fintech Agenda emphasizes on the need to embrace the promise of fintech by increasing access to financial services and financial inclusion, and also to enable new technologies to enhance financial service provision by facilitating foundational infrastructures to enable efficient data collection, processing, and transmission, which are central in fintech advances. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the recommendations of the Fintech Agenda, the government has come forward with the building blocks for our own fintech development. In the absence of a specific regulatory framework for fintech in Mauritius, a national regulatory sandbox committee has been set up to support the Economic Development Board in considering the request of licensing for export from enterprises which are conducting fintech-based activities. In the meantime, the Financial Services Commission has created new licensable activities, namely custodian services for digital assets, peer-to-peer lending, framework for security token offering, and a digital asset marketplace, amongst others. And this afternoon, we are launching the regulatory framework on crowdfunding. The FSC has recently issued a guidance note on the recognition of digital assets as an asset class for investment by sophisticated and expert investors. The guidance note clarifies that cryptocurrencies are not legal tender in Mauritius, but have value since they are exchangeable for other things having value, thereby showing characteristics akin to physical commodities such as precious metals. There is no doubt, ladies and gentlemen, we are undergoing a fintech revolution. While headlines from the fintech industry have recently been dominated by cryptocurrency, blockchain, and tokens, the biggest story in the space is the rise of DeFi, or decentralized finance. Decentralized finance has become the buzzword today in the digital world. This government has, through its many initiatives, shown that it is fully tuned to the digital mode for Mauritius. Aligned with its ambition to become a full-fledged digital economy, a series of measures have been implemented as spelled out in the Digital Mauritius 2030 strategic plan. With DeFi, millions of newcomers are now lending, borrowing, trading, saving, and more, all without the permission of companies whose interests may not always align with their customers. As the DeFi sector continues to grow in terms of users, we are all wondering how will the rise of DeFi impact the fintech industry. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the key impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic is the removal of intermediaries in financial transactions. Due to the need to avoid physical contact, decentralized finance has made itself even more relevant. However, the regulatory framework cannot be amended or overhauled in a haphazard manner, as it must ensure that neither the stability or soundness of our financial system nor the reputation of our jurisdiction is jeopardized in the process. This is why we are following closely the works and guidance offered by international standard setters, such as the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision, the Financial Stability Board, the International Monetary Fund, the Financial Action Task Force, to name but a few, which have realized that fintech must be properly regulated to maintain the stability and soundness of the financial systems. Most, if not all, international standard setters have underscored that fintech have resulted in new business models, applications, processes, or products. These changes have, in turn, had an effect on financial markets and institutions, which may have a potential impact on the monetary and financial stability. It is therefore crucial for the Mauritius International Financial Centre that its enabling framework for fintech be in line with the latest discussions taking place at the level of these organizations to ensure that in setting up the fintech regulatory framework, the Mauritius International Financial Centre provides the proper environment for the fintech ecosystem while affording appropriate safeguards to investors. Ladies and gentlemen, whilst fintech is gaining in momentum, there are notable risks inherent in the nature of digital assets. To address some of these challenges, particularly cybersecurity and AML/CFT issues, the Financial Services Commission has been tasked with ensuring applicants have appropriate cybersecurity and cyber resilience policies and capabilities in place. Furthermore, the regulatory framework against money laundering and terrorist financing for both banking and non-banking financial services will be harmonized and updated in line with the perpetually evolving developments in fintech. The Financial Action Task Force has engaged since 2016 a constructive dialogue with fintech and regulation technology sectors to support innovation in financial services while addressing the regulatory and supervisory challenges posed by emerging technologies. The FATF has agreed to initiate a project on investigative best practices related to virtual currencies, crypto assets, to assist law enforcement in the light of the growing risk. Additionally, the FATF's guidelines and standards are being reviewed to determine if changes are necessary to clarify the application to virtual currencies, virtual crypto assets, and promote a more consistent regulatory approach, taking into account the results of FATF's stocktake exercise of the different national regulatory approaches. To mitigate potential AML/CFT risk, the legislative framework must be made applicable to fintech-driven financial services, as well as the companies offering them. The framework must also be extended to cryptocurrencies and crypto assets. This is the reason for which my ministry will be soon introducing a virtual asset and initial coin offering bill to regulate such products and services. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, Mauritius has gained a growing global reputation as a preferred gateway for investment into and out of Africa. The government of Mauritius has also recognized that the digital revolution presents an opportunity for small economies like that of Mauritius to leap from traditional industrial development. Accordingly, Mauritius is now looking to position itself as the fintech hub for Africa. The convergence of big data, disruptive technologies, supercomputing, and sophisticated data analytics has ushered in what many refers to as the fourth industrial revolution. Technological revolution combined with blockchain platform has become instrumental not just to fintech but also to healthcare, the legal profession, retail, transport, just as importantly in the public sector. Ladies and gentlemen, just deciding to offer access to DeFi is the easy part. The difficult part for these companies will be figuring out how to become DeFi ready when the landscape is changing so quickly. In DeFi, users can hop in and out protocols rapidly, and the apps that's incredibly popular today might not be next month as users jump ship in favor of new opportunities. The world of fintech is evolving at such a rapid pace, whilst the sector is still embracing the first wave of change, we are already undergoing a fintech revolution. Mauritius is improving its digital infrastructure, reforming its education system, and developing various courses in blockchain technology, coding, AI, and data analytics. The Financial Services Institute, which is a training institute for the financial services sector, is offering a palette of courses on fintech, blockchain, and artificial intelligence. I wish to highlight that the last budget speech of 2021-2022, it was announced that the Bank of Mauritius and the FSC will set up respectively an open lab for banking and payment solutions and a fintech innovation lab to encourage an entrepreneurship culture. These initiatives will allow players in this sector to test their products and have a platform to launch their products as well. Ladies and gentlemen, fintech is definitely here to stay. Regulators must therefore brace themselves to accept new technologies as forming an integral part of the financial landscape. In the process, the FSC is ensuring that it has specialized and trained resources to assist it in fulfilling its mandate and better understand innovative and disruptive technologies. It can also enhance supervisory capabilities. The use of technology in financial supervision can indeed assist in this endeavor. Supervisory technology, SubTech, can help to digitize reporting and regulatory processes, resulting in more efficient and proactive monitoring of risk and compliance at financial institutions. The Bank of Mauritius and the FSC are collaborating in ascertaining that any potential regulatory gaps are addressed and regulatory arbitrage eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, fintech companies must act now to become useful guides for their users as they enter the world of DeFi. I'm confident that the financial services sector has a bright future ahead, and together with fintech, firms, regulators, service providers, and customers can embark on this transformational journey and design a new regulatory landscape and financial ecosystem for Mauritius. With these words, I thank you for your attention and hope that you have a fruitful day with all the participants here today. Thanks so much.